Hey y'all, hi people, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about 8 life-changing healthy habits, how to build discipline, have consistency, and be productive. My first tip is gonna be to drink water before you drink caffeine. I cannot express that enough. So many people that I know drink so much caffeine and they don't even drink water first, and they're always complaining about headaches and stomach aches. Maybe it's because you're not hydrated. Anytime you drink something with a lot of caffeine anyway without a lot of water being in your body, that should be the first thing you drink. Same thing goes for energy drinks. The fact that some people can just wake up and drink an energy drink and just feel like that's gonna solve all of their problems without drinking water, you're gonna be in ER soon. This next tip might not work for some people, but it definitely works for me, and it has been working for me for a really long time. Sometimes when you're so used to consuming media, it's kind of hard for you to do certain actions and certain things without listening to that media, or you're so used to getting ready listening to a podcast or like music or watching like a YouTube video or something like Hulu like really quick, then it's hard for you to do those actions without like a distraction or without listening to something else. My tip is to walk outside in nature without listening to music and without listening to a podcast. You want to be more present in the moment. You want to pay attention to your surroundings. Hell, you might even want to have a conversation with your neighbor or whoever else could be going on a walk. This is a healthy habit because it makes you feel like you're living in the world and not just existing. And when you are taking walks every day, listening to something, you're really not paying attention to your surroundings, and you probably just really don't care. You're in your own world, which is fine. You can be in your own world, but it's just great to take a break here and there. And when you're on your hot girl walk or your hot boy walk, just make sure that you're being present. You can also switch up your scenery and like go to a different park or go to a different neighborhood. I put in miles when I'm walking. Like I just walk so many different places and I lose track, and then I have to like open up my Google Maps just to get back home because that's just how far I walk sometimes. Be more intentional with everything that you do. One of the first things that started helping me like be more intentional was whenever I would eat. So whether that's on my lunch break or just coming home and eating dinner, cooking, meal prepping, whatever, you want to be more intentional. You want to eat your meal without rushing. You want to eat your meal without consuming media and without talking so much. You just want to be present. And I've been doing this for like the last year and a half. Also, it's just healthier to not like rush and eat so fast. Be intentional with cleaning and taking your time with doing everything that you're doing. If this isn't my favorite like life-changing healthy habit that I've implemented into my nighttime routine that has like really helped me, I don't know what is. It's basically just prepping for my day the night before. Honestly, I wake up early every single day as it is. I even wake up early on the weekends. But the fact that during the week, when I have a really crazy week, which is damn every week because I'm so busy, it's always great to just prep the night before. I'm packing my lunch the night before. I also pack my breakfast too, so I do my breakfast and lunch in my same lunch bag. I put in the refrigerator. I make sure if I have any snacks that I want. I also prep my gym bag the night before. I go to the gym first thing in the morning because there were a couple of times where I would get up early in the morning just to do all of that, and it took me forever. And I would find myself forgetting things. I would find myself just being so unorganized, rushing, and I just didn't like that. So doing that the night before while also like listening to some type of music or doing it like right after my shower, I don't know, it just really helped me a lot. Get enough sleep. I cannot express this enough. Get enough sleep. Adults are supposed to be getting like 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. I personally, I don't get that much sleep. I get about like 7.5 to 8 hours. Sometimes I strive for 9, sometimes I strive for 10. On a good night, like on a really good night, I'll get 7.5 hours to 8 hours of sleep. I can never get 8 hours consistently. My body's just weird that way. As soon as I get like 6.5 to 7 hours a night, then I'm like pretty good to go. With that being said, make sure that you end your night at the same time every single night. So if you don't have a night routine, you might want to get one. You might want to start creating a nighttime routine and just romanticize like everything that you do. Have it at a set time every single night, especially Monday through Friday. If you work like a really busy job and you don't have the same time to do certain things in the morning or during the day, at least you can do them at night. Okay, this might be a little, well, I don't want to say a little controversial, but this might be one of the harder habits to pick up on, but charging your phone away from your bed and reading a book before you go to bed. We all contribute a lot of time to our electronic devices, whether that be iPad, phone, MacBook, whatever kind of electronic device you have. You're always on TikTok, you're always on Instagram, you're always on Facebook or YouTube. And when you're on your phone before you go to bed, you delay the time that you actually need to go to bed. Read at least 10 pages. This might be hard for some people because I know for me, I can't read everything. I can only read stuff like poetry. I can read very lighthearted things. I can't read a novel. I can't read a mystery or a drama. Just being real honest here. I have been really inconsistent with journaling. Sometimes I make the time to journal, other times I don't. Journaling brings up emotion. It requires you to be very vulnerable because you're pouring your heart out on paper. So you're doing shadow work, you are reflecting, you're reevaluating, you are responding to yourself. There's a bunch of like journal prompts in general on Google, on certain websites. I know some people put them up on their Instagram, there's some on Pinterest, but you want to use these journal prompts to like answer questions for yourself, or reflect and set goals for yourself, be intentional. You also want to do shadow work and express gratitude. It really just depends on your lifestyle and the type of person that you are to want to journal every day, but I try to journal at least every 2 or 3 days. It also helps with your confidence and your self-esteem, because one thing about like journaling is that when you are coming up with affirmations or you're repeating these affirmations to yourself, you can compare and contrast your growth, because nobody is going to see this but you unless you show your journal to someone. My last tip is to change and increase your vibration by listening to better media. This is music, audiobooks, podcasts, whatever you're listening to now. If it has not been helping you for the past 2 to 3 months, clearly you need a new playlist. You need a new something. There's so many different podcasts that I listen to. I have my days when I listen to like my self-improvement and my self-help podcasts, and then I have the days where I listen to more of like my humor and drama, like pop of culture media podcasts. All of these podcasts that are in my library, I listen to them consistently, but some of my favorite ones would have to be Glow Up Secrets by Alicia Gogan. I look at her YouTube channel too, and this woman is just magnetic all the way around. I love the advice that she gives. She's very personable. I like her Canadian accent too, so she always just draws me in with her message of the day. I listen to her podcast every single morning when I'm waking up and getting ready for work. I also love To All the People podcast with Janelle Roberts. She hasn't posted in like a couple of months, but she is going to be coming out with a new season soon. Definitely be The Girls Bathroom. I've been listening to them for years. They're just really funny. We said what we said with Ricky and Denzel. First of all, I love Ricky Thompson. I love Ricky Thompson. Back when I used to be on Instagram a lot, his little videos and his motivational speeches and him dancing would make my day, and it would just crack me up because he is a vibe. Like, I would just love to meet him and have someone like him in my life. Watch and pay attention to the media that you consume, because if you're just listening to a bunch of drama and stuff about like other people's business when it contains to like celebrities or whoever else, that results into you having a low vibration, and that's something that we don't want. We want the complete opposite. So I hope that you implement some of these healthy habits into your lifestyle. If not all, at least 3 or 4 of them, just some of them, to give you a start of how to be productive and build discipline and be this new you, especially with the new year around the corner. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. 'Cause baby, I'm falling